Hey, it's your girl KV back with another review for Married to Medicine. So, I had just went on and did Love Marriage Huntsville yesterday because I had to do two of those and get those out the way. But I'm going to start doing those Tuesday, Wednesday, Married to Medicine Monday. Yeah, because I want to be able to watch Carlos King's live before I get to watching the shows that he talks about because he be having insight and whatnot. So we are here, Married to Medicine, season 12, episode. Why would? So y'all, my notes are so ridiculous. I use Apple Notes, right? And if I don't use the same device, sometimes the other device will leave something in it. So I've been typing my notes on my work computer. And so this says season 12, episode 54, baggage check rubble at Serenity Villa. I said, not trying to mix anything up. So bear with me. Eugene and Toya start off this episode, yeah. He invites her on down to the basement, and he calls her. He calls her. Was she in her closet? I'm sure. And he's like, "Hey, babe, come on down to the basement." She said, I'm good. I got a doctor's note." That tickled me. I got a doctor's note. And so he's like, "Nah, for real, girl. I got the drinks popping. Let's play a little pool." She go down there. He's sitting. I'm like, "Where the drinks at?" And then he got the slushy machine. I said, "Oh, okay, cool. You got the slushy machine going." They play some pool. Toya. Who was I talking about? Don't like somebody. The way Marceau don't like Tisha is how Toya don't like Eugene. Like, you are there because you've been there. That's what it's given. I just don't understand why she do him like this. Soon as she gets down there, it don't even be like, "Oh, what you want?" Like, cause that's what I would have been. "What you want?" She like, "I know you ain't sitting at the table playing cards. You don't ever play cards. You don't play cards." And what do I say? I'm like, "Dang, girl, get off his head. Get off his head." So then he's like, "I got the drinks going. I ain't playing no cards because, cards be getting to fight and I ain't got time to be out here fighting." She said, "That's black people. That ain't just your school." I think he said, "I went to Howard." And this and that. She said, "That's black people. That ain't just no Howard." And so they sit on down, have them a cute little conversation. Psych, it's Toya and Eugene. Why would I do that? So he actually starts off, being a nice, kind, thoughtful, let me do the right thing and bear the brunt of, the interactions type deal. He apologizes to her for the other night. He says he didn't really take it as serious. He was misjudging the situation. Toya was stressed about the party. She was excited about people coming over and nervous because, this bunch of girls is a messy bunch. They're going to talk about you. Toya, this your seventh house thing. She already know she got a time on her hands. You know how her and Heavenly do. We know how her and Heavenly do. So he apologizes, but he lets her know that she has to be more careful about what she says in front of these people, okay? Because they are not a safe space and they already throw emasculating comments his way. So he like, "Listen, basically stop giving these girls a reason to talk crazy about me because they coming at you. Just stop." I appreciated him for always saying that because she truly doesn't understand that the only reason people come at you so hard is A, you come at them and hurt their feelings first, and B, you let so much of your business out there. And I get it, better to spray your own tea than let somebody else. Shout out to Funky Dineva. But you ain't gotta spray your husband's tea. You can leave your husband alone, okay? Y'all hear my baby? I'm gonna tell her, Mom. Y'all can deal. She ain't in the hallway. she says that, I should be able to say that, be a leader. I should be able to say that. And he's like, yeah, but you said it in a hurtful way. And she's like, okay, I may have said it in a hurtful way. She acknowledges that she needs to affirm him more. Give this man words of affirmation. She said, I do it for the boys all the time. I guess I need to do it for him. And she needs to appreciate how hard he works. Toya is such an interesting being. Like, let's sit here for a second. Beautiful woman, gorgeous woman. Toya is a baddie. Through and through, okay? And I think that's what Eugene is caught up on, okay? Listen, it's like when that girl, that girl that struggled all her life, get that athlete, and he slick be dogging her, but she like, that's my man, I'ma stick beside him. That's Eugene. He loves that woman. She's so fine. Look at her in that confessional. She's so fine. Loves that woman. No matter how crazy she talks to him, y'all. Let's not forget. And she talks to him so crazy. I use her as an example. Like, see, baby, at least I ain't that bad. I get a little fly at the mouth, but I ain't Toya fly at the mouth. I make him watch scenes still. I made him watch scenes years ago, but when I start talking slick at the mouth, he be like, you better put that biscuit in your mouth and stop playing. I be like, you better put that biscuit in your mouth and stop playing. Getting on my nerve. Anyway, Angel, Brandy, and Mimi. They all meet up at Brandy's house for a play date. Brandy got 4 kids. She and they having a little peace party. Everybody coming over. Did I review this part already? Because I figured it must have been a clip because I had remembered seeing it. But I didn't remember watching it. But I know I had already seen it. But I didn't know if I reviewed it yet. But I do remember maybe talking about them TVs. Mimi only brought her daughter because her son is special needs and she wouldn't be able to sit down and relax if he was there because she'd have to be on go, like ready to snatch him up because he'd be around people's house breaking stuff. She says, yes, we've been on play dates where he has broken the TV and I had to run right on down to such and such and pick out which TV it was and go and pay for TV. So to save myself from having to just buy TVs, I leave him at home. I said, hey. And Brandy's like, right, right. They've both been married around 10 years. So, like, they really look at Angel like, girl, tell us some hotels. I was like, what did they say? I need some entertainment. What's up with your love? Like, I don't know what's going on in these streets, girl. What you got going? I was like, am I like that? Do I do that? It was just so like, back up. Get out of my business. Apparently, somebody was supposed to set her up. Toya was supposed to set her up with one of the doctors in Eugene's office, but she didn't show. I said, are you really open today? No, you hung up on one of the exes or the baby daddy. Like, girl, what's up? She got 2 kids, a teen and a toddler, it looked like, and she's a single mama for the both of them. I said, what? I know you at least have to get some child support checks. Didn't she say one of them was an athlete or a ball player or something? Good. So they're trying to guide her through doing better, picking better men. They start talking about Toya and how Toya was talking smack about them at the party. Mimi says, listen, I was out before she could say my name because I saw her going around the party. And she calls Toya an energy vampire. In that mode, absolutely. All right, I ain't even care. We see. What are y'all doing? I have a happy child, y'all. We're a happy, loving family. And there will be signs. Like a child dancing in the mirror in the hallway. We see Quad packing for Ghana. She's going for her 3rd egg retrieval. I said, dang, it's the 3rd time? I think she said she only has 4 eggs, I think. Or does she want to get 4 eggs? I can't remember how many, if she said how many she had. wishing her well in her journey. But I know she had did IVF a couple of times before, because her and Jackie hinted at it on the reunion. I remember them being like, are you pregnant right now? Are you pregnant right now? She was like, we don't know yet. We don't know yet. And, so she, is met a lady that was older than her, had a baby. The doctor was in Ghana. She goes back and forth to Ghana for treatments. I don't know. They didn't really say how often she goes, but I could imagine it being every 2 to 3 months maybe 2 to 3 months. Because, like she said, Jackie is stateside doing her labs in that, regards. Like, she ain't got to go for every appointment flying out to Ghana, but for the actual retrieval and stuff, I guess she's going out to Ghana. So I can see that being 2 to 3 months between each session that she has had with I don't know, y'all. But yeah, if she going to Ghana, because King seems stressed out, and that's the part we finna get to, right? We do see that she, the ladies had a fertility wellness, have fun in Ghana, we wish you well party for her. And I was mad that we only saw like yeah, that happened, let's get back to this. Excuse me? I'm sorry, I would have liked to see Quads going to Ghana party over Brandy them sitting there talking about nothing with the kids in the background. That's crazy. That is nuts that they would show us them being like, "Whoo, yeah, girl, these kids, you dating? No, okay." Over Quad's fertility, did she not want that shown in that? Maybe Quad didn't want that shown in its totality. I'll say that because the clip we did see, she's hugging Jackie, and they're like, envision her with her baby, envision her with her, and she's like, "Arr!" So maybe it's something personal that she didn't want to be that broadcasted. But we could have at least seen like the welcome come in. Like, we could have seen her like a longer clip of that. We could have seen the dances or something before it got to like I didn't like that we didn't get to see that, y'all. That made me mad. Because some dancers, we had the dancers, and they out in the pool, people be doing these float experiences now. Y'all seen that with you be in the pool, they put your little blow up mattress in the pool, and you just be float. And you just be, what they called, they be doing the Reiki on you. Some people, they be doing the Reiki. Take it away. Take away that pain. Take away the hurt. Take away the self-doubt. Take away the terrible thoughts. Take it away. I know y'all ain't know I dabbled in Reiki, but your girl is a little plugged in. I don't want to talk about it, but all of that though. But anyway, where was I? Quad and King. Let's go there. They're an odd match, I think. Some people, a lot of people like that nagging type of personality that I need my niggas to adore me. Listen, you can't make more than one joke on me a day. And Slick, that's too much. Don't be trying to joke me. Not no big back. You can't got me no big back, wide back. No, we don't play like that. No. So that's their type of relationship, and every time they out, they gotta find a way to put in the conversation and Quad, his damn nerves. And I just be like I said, Quad, never mind. Well, like I said, Quad, if you gonna put some eggs in the freezer, she ain't gonna put no eggs in the freezer. I feel like she's gonna put them all in. Quad gonna mess around and have twins if this goes well. I speak it upon her. Put all the eggs you can get out back in, and you can get some twins out of it. I see it. I want Quad. At least you have one, but I really do, because Quad, everybody is on her about, oh my God, she's doing all of this with a man and she's not even married to, and they're not even living together, and this is so stupid. She is so stupid. And I'm like, I don't think Quad wants to be married again. And I'm like, if it comes cool. But if a nigga don't make 3 times more than 3 to 5 times more than what you make, why would you ever tie your finances to him? Look at what Candy is going through. Look at Mary Scott, Mary J, and is it Jill Scott, Sherry Shepherd? Look at these ladies that's out here paying alimony. What you finna tie your finances up with a man for? Been there, done that. And as far as the marriage and the love part, you know how that goes, child. And people skip over the fact that Quad has been a single mother already. A single Muncie already. She had her nephew Mason for a while. She had the niece for a while. Like, she's had a baby on her own before. So if it goes to, oh well, her house is so big, she already said, even at the last, when she had the townhouse, she said, baby, my mama got her own floor. So I know her mama got her own wing in that house. She have a baby, that mama finna move in permanently, and that's exactly what she finna have. Why they worried? I don't think that's of her words. Her baby is her priority, and King is here right now, and he's got good genes. He's a good looker. I mean, hey, that's how I see it. If Quad is thinking anything like I think she would be thinking, I'm just not mad at that. But he's kind of over the whole process of it all. I think she said this is the third retrieval that they've had. And it's been some years worth, and I'm sure she had to take time in between and, you know, maybe trying different holistic methods or trying different things to beef up the next session and stuff. But the third retrieval, y'all, he said they went straight from the honeymoon stage to IVF. And he's just over it. He tells her that she needs to be practical, because what if you don't get your desired results? I said, ooh. He gonna tell us every episode that, you know, I'm having this baby for her. And that's why I feel like she know what it is. Because I've been trying to dodge this my whole life, and now, you know, I ran into it's a blessing. It's a blessing in disguise. Huh? A blessing in disguise. Anywho, he just feels like it's consuming, and it's taken away from other aspects of their relationship. He asked her, what we gonna do? If you said that we can do it again, you just said we just gotta make more money. You just said we're gonna make more money. Because apparently he done left his job, or he quit his job. I'm sorry, what? Huh? For one, didn't he own? I thought he owned something. So why? What? I'm just so confused. How many times are y'all going out to Ghana where he had to quit his job? It's just, I don't. Simone meets up with her sister Carmen. I love her sister Carmen. A lot of people don't remember her, but I'm like, she's been on the show like 2-3 times, y'all. My favorite Carmen sighting is when, was it Michael? When one of the sons had their first date. When one of the sons had their first date, and Simone and Carmen went and spied on them. One of them had on a big floppy head, and they went and spied on him to make sure he was being a little gentleman and stuff. I love her sister. She's gorgeous, and she just seems like such a ray of sunshine. Sunshine. Throw it up in the air and turn the sunshine. If you know, you know. So Michael, she told her sister, Michael was being disrespectful, and Cecil said nothing. He just sat there and agreed that, yeah, I got the money, we need to pay for it. She resents Cecil, and she honestly don't really know where to go from there. Although his daddy was strict on him and all of that, Cecil, the nurturing one, the loving one, all this softy woo-woo mess, and she has to be the disciplinarian. Her sister, he don't try to be a unified front with her, like, ever. He cares not to seem like he agrees with this lady at all. So The sister said, well, maybe he's giving the boys what he felt like he needed growing up. So if his daddy was all strict and stuff, he probably wanted a hug, so he don't want to be strict daddy. He gonna be hug daddy, okay? And also, she's like, yeah, y'all have to agree on the limits, though. It's taking a toll. She said he has no limits, and that's the problem. I was like, yikes. She's crying, and she's telling her sister that the boys, and I include Cecil in the boys, don't consider her at all. She's tired of it. I'm just tired, and she's boo-hooing, like snot crying. I feel so bad for my Spelman sister. And I truly be side-eyeing my Morehouse brother Cecil. Every time my husband be watching, he was like, that nigga don't act like he went to Morehouse. Because y'all know Cecil and Simone Spelman at Morehouse. Me and my husband Spelman at Morehouse. So he was like, that nigga don't act like he went to Morehouse. Just his personality wise. Like, for one, the Morehouse guys like to debate. They will debate you down. Cecil will just sit there all meek and mild, like, it's a lot going on. He don't really pipe up until Simone really goes in to make him give her their reaction. So while they're having this conversation, we see Cecil meeting with his brother David. I said, look at everybody. I don't remember his brother David. I don't know if we ever seen him. He moved to Atlanta recently because he went through a divorce. So I don't know if he moved there to be closer to his brother or what. Probably so. That's something you would do. Let me go that's exactly what my cousin did. She went literally like 5 houses down from her sister. Like 5 houses down, legit. So I could see him doing that. But apparently David and Simone are, of course, really close as well. I mean, Cecil and Simone been together 30-some years. So, of course, she's been with the brother. But friends, family with the brothers for just as long. He said that Simone called him one day and said that she was hurting. I said, yikes, now she called your brother on you. David says that he needs to create a united front with his wife. Even his brother got to sit him down and be like, hey, you can't be agreeing with the kids in her face. Like, are you crazy? Are you crazy? Are you dumb? Okay. So he said, well, these kids is grown. They been raised. They out of here. And now it's just y'all. You need to be a unified front with your wife. Cecil is like, oh, I struggled growing up. I had to build my house brick by brick. And when I got to Morehouse, I had to stand in the financial aid line for 3 hours. And I vowed that my kids would never have to stand in the financial aid line. Y'all, I was too through. I said, is financial aid the poorhouse? Is that welfare? Like, what's happening? Is that the free food line? Like, education is expensive. Standing in the financial aid line for 3 hours is not gonna kill him. It would probably teach him some life lessons that not standing in the line haven't got. Like taking the paper out the disposable food pans when you put the food in there. Just stuff like that. Stuff like that. Stuff like that. So his brother is like, I grew up in the same house as you. I know how we grew up and I understand, but your kids ain't struggling. Like, what? So all of this thing ain't it. And you have an amazing wife to bear the brunt of this, okay? And he's like, ain't no we money if we don't agree. I said, ooh, tell him something, David. Stay conscious of your wife and how she feels. And I love that he put it like that. Ain't no we money if we don't agree. That's not your money. That's her money. That was a nice way of saying, that's her money. You can't be promising them nothing when she making 75% of the income. That was, I don't know. She probably is though, because how many houses is Cecil really selling? It's that people always say Cecil ain't got no job, but I'm like, if he's a real estate agent, I can believe the man at least sells two to four houses a year at least. Like, good grief. Cecil, Cecil is not a complete bum. He went to college, he has an education just because he got fired and blew their money on an app that ended up being a bust. Don't mean that he's a bum. So is he, and then he had a work shirt on. He had a work shirt on in the scene with his brother. And it's saying real estate agent on the screen. Cecil can bring in an average salary of about $80,000 a year. Stop doing Cecil like that. So we see Simone. She's having an event for the ladies. It's already been 25 minutes on this video. That's crazy. So I guess I enjoyed this episode, huh? Simone is y'all know the vibes. Timosa on deck. Simone is having a bag making party. Still shading heavily. Overall, I say, okay, it's a cute activity to do, but it's just a lame little mean girl jam to be doing a bag making party in the midst of Toya and this, fake bag gate. Say that 3 times fast with Heavenly. So Toya comes in there and she holding the bag like she's disgusted bad, like so fake ass bag. She comes on in there, feeling on the bag. Heavenly forgot the bag again, y'all. She forgot to take it after the party. She's like, I mean, it's not like we expect Heavenly to be in real Jimmy Choos and real Balenciaga purses and stuff. I mean, of course it's fake. It don't matter, child. Like I said, we know Heavenly stuff fake from when they went on that trip years ago and she had that plastic on that Louis bag. And Jackie was like, real Louis don't come with plastic on it. It comes in a nice dusty bag. I was cracking. They had me weak. And then somebody else who was on Watch What Happened Live where somebody was like, we all know, was it Toy? We all know Heavenly be fine buying fake bags at the trunk of people's car in the parking lot at the mall. There are legitimate flea markets out there. Are there? I know they would come and shut them down every so often, but baby, when I was younger, my mama used to say, you want a Louis for Christmas or a deal? Baby, be down at the swap baby by everybody. Now she got the real stuff. Now she couldn't throw up somebody hand her something fake. Baby, go in her closet. She got a Gucci belt on this. The Louis slides. I be like, girl, who are you? Who are you? Anyway, so Mimi and Heavenly are on their way to the party. They are on their way to the party and they sitting there talking. First, Heavenly scaring Mimi with the driving. Heavenly like, girl, you saw how I hugged that curb. You see me hug that curb. So that's ridiculous. As I'm talking about it, that's the scene that's playing. So not me talking about the scenes as long as it's playing out. Jesus. Well, I guess it's very conversational. This episode has a lot of conversational pieces. It really does. Some stuff be a lot of fluff. But Married to Medicine gives you conversation like every scene. Father's Day text. Toya text the ladies like, it's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. Tell your man happy Father's Day, and my man is great, and this is wonderful. It was just like a okay type of text anyway. And Heavenly replies, tell your man happy Father's Day, and tell him on camera. Of course that's shade. How could anybody not see that shade for her to say on camera type deal? And they play, because she said, she always disrespected him on camera. Appreciate him on camera. And I'm like, yeah, when the last time you threw Eugene a party? It was when Contessa was originally on the show, because remember she brought him that book about the N-word because he called them some N-words at the genetic DNA reveal party. Yeah. So I was like, don't you give him that tonight. Oh, baby. That was funny. And he thought the party was for Toya, but the party was for him. So when they walked in, they were like, surprise. He was like, Toya's over there. And they're like, yeah, because it's for you. Surprise. Oh, Lord, but we ain't seen her throw Eugene a party in quite some time. So yes, you do need to show your husband some appreciation on camera, okay? You better put that biscuit in your mouth and quit playing. And y'all, so when they play the clip, when they play the flashback of that, why did we see Simone? We see it like Toya over here, and Simone was like handing her the roll, and Toya snatches the roll and throws it. I said, why do I not remember that it was Simone that handed her the roll to throw at Eugene? And she was just smiling so gleefully. And you can see everybody else in the background like cringing. And Simone just like, here, you want to throw something at him? Here. Simone was over there beating Cecil. And that is why Cecil had Tammy at that house for a week or 2 weeks when Tammy don't stay but 15 minutes down the street. And that's why Simone said, get her out of here or we're done. And they was about to be done. And he had to give up Tammy because she came in between Simone going upside Cecil's head. That's my story. Allegedly. Because everybody goes back to their disconnect happened when they were supposed to get a divorce. Me, I'm the main one. They probably were supposed to ride that divorce on out. Because Cecil resents her, which is going to make her resent him because of the way that he does not consider her, even more so now that he's still mad about his bestie being gone. A lot of people felt like, oh, they were sleeping together. He was sleeping with the bestie. I never thought that. I saw a picture of him and the bestie. She gave real auntie. She gave like a Medea type of auntie. Like it just wasn't given like, oh, this is fool I'm gonna be smashing when Simone is my wife. And that's no shot at Tammy. It's just like she looked like a friend. And so I think somebody said she was a lesbian. Like I think I don't know how true that is, but when I was listening to one of the other lives, was it Bonnie, was it Scotty? One of them was like, what, you a lesbian? And I'm like, that picture, she looked like she ain't checking for Cecil. She just not checking for Cecil. And so she need her good old Earl. Okay, she need her Earl. So yeah. In the episode on the reunion, it was talking about how this person came and stayed in my house for the holidays for 10 days. For 10 days, and they reside in Atlanta. And everybody was like, what? Why would she be at your house for a week and she live here? What is happening? What is going on? I said, Simone, you was beating Cecil. He brought Tammy over there so that you wouldn't beat him in front of her. That has always been my thought process with that. Anywho, where we at? Mimi agrees that Toya does need to publicly praise her man. But Heavenly, with y'all beefing and you keep talking about her man, she's not going to receive that from you. And we see Toya over there venting to Simone about Heavenly, like, I got a good relationship with my man, and I got good kids. Why I need to listen to her? I said, girl, why you bringing the kids in this? See, this is not the kids. So everybody's arriving. You know how the girls is dressed. You know how the girls dress. Everybody cute. They got the heels on. They got the nice little fits on and stuff like that. Brandy walks in super casual. She looks like she's just gonna go run some errands compared to them. And Contessa comes in like she finna go to the club in broad daylight. I was just like, girl, what? I've been cooped up with the kids. I thought it was sexy day. Brandon said, I thought it was casual day. I was so glad she said something like, oh, yeah, girl, I missed the memo too. Because she just walked in with some jeans and a shirt on. They got their heels on. They got their suit pieces. They got their mini skirts. I'm like, girl, you ain't know what group you was coming to. Brandy Gibbs, I really didn't watch the show like that and probably meant it. She gives, you know, I cut it on sometimes because who office she worked in? Was it Damon's Pain Clinic? I think that's how she introduced herself. Like, I used to work for Dr. Damon and she got a medicine. So she probably watched it a little bit, but she gives, oh, you know, I ain't watch it like that. I wasn't like in the front of the TV every week or nothing. And I believe her. So Heavenly said the Contessa is a beautiful girl. She just don't know what to do with it. She can't dress. Look like she just go to the Goodwill. Every time Contessa step out, she look like she cool. Like, why you got a costume on? You literally look like you just walked out of Party City. Like, what be going on? And then they flash back to her in that cotton candy bubblegum wig that she got from Heavenly Beauty Store when they was on a trip to Vegas. She was like, it's Vegas. You must have fun in Vegas. You know, just switched up. That big Chanel. I'm channeling Chanel. Contessa be so all over the place, y'all. She's funny to me. I like her some of the time. I don't think she got on my nerves this season yet. Where am I? So while they're at the bag party, the guys get together at Scott and Contessa's house to catch up. Curtis was like, is Eugene in the kitchen? Is Eugene in the kitchen? Eugene said, whew, thankfully not today, but not today. So they're all sitting down, and Eugene talks to Scott about the office. He just lets him know, hey, you know, Toya wants to look for space elsewhere, just so you know, okay? And he says in the confessional exactly what Toya said. It's the same spaces where we came from. We're on to bigger and better things. Like, we're not staying in the same space. Contessa was trying to sell it as, well, yeah, it's the same size, but your waiting room will be out here and not in here, in that space. But she like, girl, it's right next to the bathroom. Ain't no window. You shaved off space from the utility closet. I ain't got time for this third-rate space, okay? I can find us something better than this, okay? Do you know how much money I make? I stayed on the show. I'm an OG. You know how much money I make, girl? I can find him something better than this, okay? Side note, Toya was on lip service, and they asked her, like, what's the breakdown of, like, how you and your husband split y'all finances? She said she pays for the boys' school tuition, $30,000 each. And anytime they move, if she want to move, she got to put the down payment on the house. She got to furnish the house and all of that. He pays the mortgage. I said, that's solid. He's like, so they said, that's what he said, honey. She was like, yep, you want to move? Go get it done. Go get it done. I said, that's fair. That's pretty fair. And then she said she paid like a $500,000 down on the house. I said, whoo, that was your whole year, season worth of salary after the taxes, huh? Jesus. Probably a little more than that anyway, because they be getting the bonuses for the reunions. Don't they? So while they're at the back party, the guys, Curtis was like, well, don't bring your business after our party time. I'm going to have to burn it down, okay? I'm going to burn it down. Back at the party, they finna pick out their leathers and fabric. Toya's like, it's going to be leather on the inside too? Because, you know, some people not used to that. Heavenly mouth drop over like, you know, she want to say something. But she holds it in. And she said she running for office. She couldn't go there with this bitch. And then Toya pulls out the purse. I'm going to sit this right here so everybody can spot a fake, okay? Everybody can spot the fake leather. And she sits down. Heavenly in that very terrible bodysuit that she has on walks over there and it's like, well, whatever. I know my portfolio. I know my portfolio is bigger than y'all's. I know my portfolio bigger than y'all's. Where's your kids? College funds. Multiple houses. Where your business is at? Just bags and labels, huh? Tacky Toya. I said, oh. So they go, the lady that's running the event, she's like, okay, everybody has 1 minute to get their leather, okay? Get your 2 leathers. Contessa's about to take these folks out. She touching all on people. I said, girl, I said, Contessa's okay. She want a woman so bad. Half these women want women. They cracks me up. She tells us that randomly, Scott used to sell fake Coach bags. Fake Coach bags to pay for medical school. She said she thought he was like a player because all these women be calling his phone. And she'd be like, I know all these girls ain't calling for no bags. She's like, until I went to his house and I saw the inventory. But once he graduated, she was just like, yeah, I told him he had to give up the bags. She had to give up the bags. Y'all, when I tell y'all I be fighting a losing battle against my air fryer, there's this burn right here. You can see it because it's dark. The scab is coming off, so that's why I'm like fiddling with it and pulling down. And then this is a healed up one right there, right here, where I got to fighting with the air fryer. And I almost made my baby cry talking about it because she walked in while I was talking. I was like, yeah, I was protecting the baby because she was running up under me and I had the air fryer and I was trying to like, and I just kind of like jumped and kind of popped my hand. And she was like, what did I do, Mommy? I didn't do anything when she walked in there. And I was like, well, you had ran in the kitchen and it was fresh. It was fresh and scabby. And I was like, you ran in the kitchen and I burned myself. She was like, you burned yourself because of me? I said, yeah, I had to save you. I love you, Mommy. You're the best, Mommy. She was about to cry, y'all. But poor baby. So back at the guys, Eugene, y'all hear her? She heard me. Eugene addresses Damon about the comment where Heavenly was like, your husband likes how you talk to him. Damon is like, you do? You said you're used to it? I mean, what do you mean? Y'all different from the rest of us. She talks a little rough to you. And you cool with it. You do? I mean, huh? And Curtis is like, yeah, y'all different. In the confessionals, Eugene is like, listen, we not fake. We don't have fake personalities. We're not hiding our marriage. Like, get off our back, basically. They eating off the largest dinner platters. I said, are y'all eating off the Chargers? I think they're eating off the place-setting Chargers. So, he's just like, yeah, but every time something happens, your wife goes low about my manhood, call him a little weedy little and stuff. Damon is like, the wives stay coming and they're ready. Like, huh? Curtin is like, well, your wife do the same? Your wife do the same, Eugene? Toya was just talking about me. What you want to say about that? He's just like, I mean, yeah, she's not innocent, but this was a fight about a bag. And now my dick kind of be little. And Damon's like, you know what, guys? You know what needs to change? The wives. You just said we gotta change our wives? I said I can't stand them. Back to the ladies, y'all. Toya's mad about the Heavenly text. Heavenly acts like it wasn't shady, so Toya reads it out loud. So Heavenly's like, yeah, I did say it. Appreciate him on camera because you always disrespected him on camera and it makes us so damn uncomfortable. Brady in the back. Oh, so it was shade. I said, yes, girl, keep up. First it was a big now, keep up. Angel is like, girl, why you keep coming for her? Heavenly, why you keep coming for her? And I'm like, Heavenly, did she start it? Heavenly claims, she said she was coming for me in the same text message, but everybody want to act like they didn't see that. And I'm like, Lord Jesus. Jackie comes in, stop this shaking and gyrating on this land. Y'all fighting. It's supposed to be a sisterhood. Love. A real family. Y'all used to be friends. Y'all was close. And this is what y'all relationship is. Heavenly. You don't have to throw a boulder just because somebody threw a rock. Toya in her confessional talking about something. She didn't throw a rock. It was just a little sand. Okay, if that's how you see it, girl. But just know, yeah, you started it, okay? You started it because you knew that was Heavenly fake ass. You know it was hers. Anyway, that is the end of what I got, y'all. My goodness, it's 7 p.m. Well, I guess I did spend time with her before I came back here. I was dancing in the kitchen while my husband was making a snack. And then I was making my drink, and then we danced some more. And then she turned on Zootopia, and she had to tell me about the characters and stuff. So yes, y'all, I shall return to her now. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, comment, let me know what you think about the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already, y'all. Bye.